His 28th birthday.
Those were the words that Dwight Kroening had to deal with back in 1986. Those words and the reality that his heart was wearing down, his life about to come to an end. But there was hope. Cardiologists working in the area believed the physically fit 26-year-old was a viable candidate to receive a donor heart, although they could offer little insight into how long it could extend his life.
I think it's tougher for those that are left behind or those that are having to go through this and see another loved one go through it. It's tougher for them than the person that's actually going through it. There was hope. With that assessment also came the fact that a transplant was imminent. And there were no other options. Either I die in a couple months, or I have a transplant.
The first human-to-human heart transplant was performed back in 1967. The patient survived just 18 days. Some 19 years later, the results had improved, but still, the risks were daunting. However, Kroening, along with his family, decided they would take the chance. But now the waiting game began. Few people even considered donating their organs 20 years ago. To make matters worse, Kroening's heart began to rapidly deteriorate. He was given just 2 months to live. With time running out on August 4th, 1986, just 4 days short of what doctors expected would be his final days, a heart finally became available.
I had a real sense of gratitude and appreciation for this person who had decided that he wanted to donate his organs. I also had an appreciation for the family, for the fact that they had agreed upon the death of their son, that they would donate his organs.
Over the past 21 years, there have been numerous milestones for the Kroenings, including 3 sons, all made possible by the selfless act of a family during the most difficult of circumstances, the loss of a loved one. Today, there have been incredible medical advancements involving organ transplants, but there is more that can be done. Dwight Kroening hopes through his efforts to become the first heart recipient to complete the Ironman that he can inspire change. He knows it will be difficult. The anti-rejection drugs he takes have side effects, among them headaches, joint and muscle pain, major deterrents to doing an Ironman.
In receiving this gift of life from this young man who donated his organs and his family who agreed to release those organs upon his death has really had an impact on my life. A feeling that there's something that I owe to other people who are in the same situation. You know, this is why I'm doing the Ironman.
We were going to have Dwight staying at his seat, but I thought it was more appropriate he come on stage. From Edmonton, Dwight Kroening, everybody. I don't think words can put into any of our hearts what something like that means and what you've gone through. But let's talk about it when it comes to training for a race like this because of the medication and everything you're on. What's been the toughest part about that?
Well, after 22 years of taking some of the immunosuppressant drugs which keep me alive, they have a dramatic effect in terms of osteoporosis, weakening of the bones and the joints, and kidney function failure, that sort of thing, high blood pressure. So there's all kinds of side effects there that you have to learn to just deal with and overcome and get past.
That's usually what's in the medical tent after the race all the time. I mean, you have obviously 3 sons, beautiful sons, mom and dad, and that's got to be probably it is the highest priority in your life, and their support must have been unending.
Yeah, certainly when I started talking to them about this, I said, I'm going to need your support, I'm going to need your commitment. I said, this is going to take some time from our spending time together, and I need your approval. I need to know that you're behind me in this.
And obviously it was a quick yes?
Well, do I have to be truthful? Well, my wife, when I did my first half Ironman, she saw what I looked like afterwards, and she thought this is absolutely crazy. So she said she was going to buy me a T-shirt, and on it she was going to put a big S. And she said, that doesn't mean Superman. That means stupid.
So that kind of support got you here, huh? What about Mom and Dad?
My mom in particular is very emotional, and as you can imagine, for any mother, they don't want to see their children going through any pain or discomfort, so it's going to be particularly tough for her. My dad's a little more hardened, so I think he'll be able to handle it.
Yeah, but dads like that, I always see him crying at the finish line. I'll let you know if that happens. So what's been the easiest part about the training, the swim, bike, run?
Well, that's interesting. Probably like a lot of you, when you first start out, there's one that's better than the other. Like for me, it was the run, because I was a runner to start with. And then it kind of slipped to the ride, and then it slipped to the swim. But I would say I don't really have a strength in any of those. So I don't know where I am anymore.
Well, I think your strength's going to be one place and one place only, and that's at the finish line. How's that?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dwight Kroening, everybody. Another one that's going to be an Ironman on Sunday. Thank you.